Welcome to the Blue Dragon Guild, a channel all about Dungeons and Dragons. Today, I'm joined by myself because Tommy had something come up that he had to take care of, and that's okay. So I will be painting. First off, I'm going to be finishing this Drow Priestess miniature. Of course, it won't focus on her. But I'll be finishing her, and there's another mini I have to paint, and I will get to that when I get to that. I've got a cat in here who's trying to get into everything. Naturally. Because that's what cats do, right? Okay. I am painting this Drow Priestess because our upcoming epic level fight night, we are fighting the Drow Priestess. And you can catch that this Sunday, the 28th? Yeah, the 28th. And we will be joined by Tommy on that one. I'm pretty excited. If you watched the weird live stream we did last week, you would have learned that Tommy is making a wizard. It's the first time he's ever played a caster, let alone a caster at max level. Raphael, welcome to the stream. Thanks for checking it out. Painting Drow Priestesses. I think this brush has seen just about the last of its days because it's a little rough. Painting with the skull that she's holding with Army Painter's skeleton bone, and every time I use it, I always seem to forget that it's very watery and doesn't like to spread very well. So I'll just have to fix the skull a little later. Ooh, what is my favorite monster and why? That's a good one. I think probably my favorite monster is the Mind Flayer. I mean, I have a Mind Flayer tattoo, so obviously I like them. But I like that they're creepy. I like that they're alien, but they're still like native to D&D, if that makes sense. But we've encountered a couple of them in our adventures, but every time it's always been really fun. The last time we encountered a Mind Flayer, my wizard basically sold out the party for his own life, and everybody else but me had to make new characters. Not one of my better choices, but it is what it is. Raphael, what's your favorite monster? We're thinking. How the heck did I miss that? I started on this priestess yesterday, and I'm seeing spots that I missed, and it is what it is, I guess. I think if I was going to pick a monster other than the Mind Flayer, I would probably go. This cat's fighting stuff behind me. I think I would probably go with the. I don't remember what it's called. What's it called? I did a video on it. The Gorgon, the big giant metal bull creature. It's really fun. I first encountered that in Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, and when I saw him in D&D, I just got real excited because it was a monster that I was familiar with. Don't think I'll be able to tell for sure, but personally, like the Giant Sphinxes, because of the roleplay possibilities, those are a cool monster. I think we ran into one of those. It was in it's in one of the book games, one of the Adventures in Tales of Yawning Portal. We ran into one of the Sphinxes, and they're really fun. Probably a monster I'll do a video on at some point. I like them because there's several different ways that you can use them. And that goes with any monster, but I like putting sphinxes in non-desert things because that's what everybody automatically associates them with. So if they're walking through the forest and the sphinx appears, they're going to be very confused and caught off guard. So I think it's fun. Ooh, the Remoras. They are really fun, and you are very correct people don't know their mechanics. We encountered some of the juvenile Remoraz uh, in our game this past Sunday, and yeah, we none of us really have ever used them before as a DM. I mean, we're not going to metagame it, but yeah, they're really, really fun. Well, it sounds like you'll definitely have to use a Sphinx sometime in the future. For you, the Critical Role show was the selling point for the Remoraz, and you used it recently and loved it. Awesome. I'm only on episode 58 of campaign 2, and I skipped campaign 1 because that's the kind of person I am. So they haven't appeared where I'm at yet, but I'm absolutely enjoying it so far. I'm excited to see what happens next and with everything. So, no spoilers, please. I think the monster that what was the last monster I used? I don't even remember the last monster I used in the game that I ran last. I used a white in a non-combat encounter, which, I mean, it could have turned combat, but basically the party uncovered this ancient druid stronghold, and inside, down in the bottom, they found a white that was suspended in this weird magic cage thing. And basically it was no one had been in this place for hundreds of years. No one even knew that the guy was down there, or that the white was down there. And they learned that the white actually was a war hero from a war that had happened 500 years prior. And basically everybody thought he died in the war, but he was actually just injured by a lich, and that ended up turning him into the white. But they sent him to the druids because these druids were well known for their healing abilities, and they weren't able to heal him before he turned into a white. And so basically they sealed him in this cage, this arcane cage thing, and preserved him. And the party basically gets down into the place where he's at, and is like, oh, what's this white doing here? And so now they are on a quest to potentially figure out how to unwhite this guy. So the white is definitely another one that I really enjoy. I think my biggest problem when painting is I can't tell what colors I'm using. Right now I'm layering with colors that I have a very difficult time seeing. I think you can see in there a little bit the purple in her dress. I can't see purple. It looks gray to me. So I don't know if these highlights look good. I guess I'll figure it out when I ask my wife later. You good? Good. I'm glad that it's good. um, I started painting about 4-ish months ago. Say I've been painting. I think I'm coming up on 2 years now. I can't quite remember when I started. I know it was in the summertime 2019, but I don't remember exactly what month. There's still stuff I'm learning, but like I'll see some people, they're like, "Oh, I just started painting and it looks light years better than anything I've ever done." And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But everybody learns at their own pace, and the best thing I've like thought to myself is just, if I'm happy with it, that's all that matters to me. Raphael, so far, what's your favorite paint that you've been using? 2 Warlock tiles, full dungeon sets sent y'all. Awesome, awesome. I was actually looking at the angled and the curved sets the other day to potentially expand on our set. But I'm glad the review. I'm glad the review won you over. Got the Mega Paint set from Army Painter and Games Workshop Black for the bases of the unpainted minis. I started with Army Painter. I was pretty happy with it for a while, but now I'm kind of shying away. I'm going to more Vallejo stuff. I like their stuff really well, and I've got a bunch of Citadel stuff as well. So Army Painter is definitely really good. Cat was coming for me. Oh man. What do I have? Oh, a little bottle thing. What's your favorite mini that you've painted so far? I can't tell which ones are better, but I think the Citadel ones are more dense, which I don't like as much, and their flasks are a little inconvenient, in my opinion. I can absolutely see that. I do like the droppers more than the pots, but I haven't had any issues with any of mine being dense. But I mean, that may just be the quality that I've got versus the one that you've got. Because Mackenzie, he's gotten different ones that were just terrible and the consistency was awful, and then he's gotten other ones that they're perfectly fine. I haven't ran into that, thankfully, but I can definitely see where it would be annoying. Painted a Nolzur's Dragonborn with a fire sword, and after a few hours, you were proud. Kept it translucent, and the armor edges had a gold finish, but it was really good. That sounds cool. I think I actually have that many somewhere in my nice pile of shame. I really like the Nolzur's line. I know a lot of people have issue with the mold lines and stuff on them, but they're for D&D. I like them, so I'm going to keep using them. I agree. I've used my my memory is just not with me tonight. X-Acto blade, and scraped a lot of stuff away on them. A lot of my earlier ones, I just painted over it because I was like, I don't care. But some of the minis, I'm like, I want to put a lot of time into this. Kind of like this here matriarch lady. But yeah, X-Acto blade. Oh, that's not good. X-Acto blade definitely does a great job with all of that. Kitty, that's a drawer. You don't need in there. Cats, man, I'm telling you. Most of my minis are from the D&D board game line. Ooh. I don't think I've actually seen anything from the board game line. Maybe I have. That's cool. Kitty, will you quit that? Come on, Kitty. You have to go. That's our great price to the quantity. I'll take a look into that, 'cause that definitely sounds up my alley. Kitty, come on. Wrath of Ashardalon, Castle Ravenloft, Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah, I'll definitely check those out. I know I've seen Wrath of Ashardalon. That name's kind of hard to forget. I've probably seen the other two. I just don't quite remember. Okay. It's 40 minutes. That's a pretty good deal. I'm always in the lookout for some more minis to paint. Oh man. I think at this point I'm just kind of testing out different ideas, different things on this model. So it's fairly done for me at least. So we'll just see. We'll see what this does. Dave has started doing contrast paint over metallics and really liking the results. So I think I'm going to try that, at least on one piece of her armor. This one right here. Not going to go too deep with it. Just enough to make it pop a little bit. Yeah, contrast paints are cool. You can make your own. There's several videos on YouTube about it. I like the ones I have. They're definitely more expensive, but they're worth trying if you can find them. I've never really seen them in your country. If I remember from your YouTube comment, I believe you said you were from Brazil. Not 100% sure if my memory's correct there, but it might be. Hopefully you can find some. Just to at least try them out. Portugal. Okay. I had the language right. Wrong country. So I was like, yeah, they speak Portuguese there. Yeah, close, but no cigar. Oh, man. I think it's pretty cool that our video's reaching over to Portugal, so I can't complain about that. Kitty, are you back? think, oh, I forgot. You wish D&D was more mainstream there. I wish it was for you as well, because I genuinely believe that D&D is a game that or is a game for everybody, and that everybody can find some sort of enjoyment with it. So hopefully you can find some more folks to play and start to grow a little community where you're at, because that would be really cool. I was able to DM for around 30 newbies before COVID. Now it's just you and your campaign pals. Maybe 30 is over exaggerated, but yeah, pretty good numbers. Got to bump them up, you know. But that's really cool. Hopefully, once the virus stuff settles down, you can get back to DMing for some people. Did you have 30 people in one game? Because that's a whole lot of people. Yeah, 30 would be rough. We keep ours usually around 4, maybe 5. I think I could do. I think I would be comfortable with 6. My minimum is 1. I can do one-on-one stuff day and night. Myself and another guy in the guild, Chris, we're starting the Descent into Avernus one-on-one, because we have to get to a certain point levels wise to meet up with the rest of the party. Current campaign has 7. 7's not too bad. As long as you're good and comfortable with it, have as many as you want. I really like doing the one-on-one D&D sessions, just because it's real. It's just a nice like chill time. You just hang out with your friend and fight some monsters and tell some stories and practice some accents that you're really not that great at. Oh, painting is terrible. Problem is, never reached such high levels. Started playing the end of 2017 at high school and DM'd your first couple sessions in 2018. You found a good group. You'd always start a new campaign after a few sessions. That's rough. Managed to get a cool group, and after a few adjustments, level 13, and starting to get crazy. Yeah, the highest that any of our games have ran, the highest characters we have are level 17, and we ran them all the way from level 1, and it gets pretty wild in those higher levels. But hopefully you can get some games in soon and come back with some fun stories for us. I'm calling her down. So now, going on to this guy. He's a little stone pangolin. He's the fiery familiar for the druid in one of my games. And I'm pretty excited to get him painted for that game. A few sessions ago, the Recognight fighter was being swallowed by the Rimmer, as you mentioned earlier, and her shadow tried to hit the creature, rolled a 1, and hit herself instead. Oh gosh, that is rough. I'm glad that we do not do critical fails, but it's still pretty fun. Yeah, the crazy moments like that are always fun for both players and DMs, but I think as a DM you get a little bit more joy out of it because you get to see your party and how they react. Sunday we fought the Frost Maiden, and that was terrifying. The only saving grace we had was my character went down. I rolled a natural 20 on a death save, so I popped back up. The rogue went next, and then it was Dave's ranger. He rolled a natural 20 and popped back up from unconscious, and it was just like, what is happening right here? And got down to it, and we finally beat her, but it was an uphill battle the whole way. But it was really fun. I feel the same way. I don't enjoy running the modules, um, but playing in them is fine for me. Some of them I like better than others. Um, I agree with that. I also like to have like free reign over stuff, which they tell you like at like in the campaign modules, like change what you need to change when you need to change it. Um, but still, like you're in that book, you feel restricted to the book, and I don't like that. Um, I very much prefer world building and doing things that way. So I absolutely understand where you're coming from. I have borrowed encounters from books before and put them in my homebrew games. Just I changed up enough that it wasn't exactly how it was in the book. So if you're feeling lazy sometime, give that a try. Um, oh, it's so rewarding to see the fruits of your labor. Um, like I just I like telling stories. I like hearing stories, and like everybody in the group has told me that they enjoy my world building and how excited I get over it. I mean, obviously, if I'm excited about it, I'm going to put time and I'm going to put effort into it. So hopefully, it'll be good. Um, and you've taken some inspiration from a few quests, and in the making of your own campaign, you're making your own campaign, but keeping the similarities at a minimum. Yeah, that's definitely, I think, the best way to do it. Um, Especially if someone's played that game before. I mean, they may unintentionally metagame it, or they may intentionally metagame it. It happens, but hopefully you don't have to deal with that. Um, but yeah, changing it up would be good. That way, if you do go back and play and run that, it's different enough that they may not notice. think this mini is going to have a call for a lot of dry brushing to finish it off. Looking for some terrain crate sets to populate new 3D dungeons for face-to-face sessions, hopefully soon. Yeah, I'm still in the middle of doing that. I got a few. I got the Tavern terrain crate set a couple years ago now that I'm really happy with. I've used it a few times. I got a few of them for Christmas that I've used as well. But I really like those because they're fairly cheap and I like that. One of my cats is trying to get into the room downstairs. Because apparently she can hear me talking or something and thinks I'm in there. Or maybe she just wants in there, I don't know. The other cat's in here somewhere. Probably tearing stuff up. That was a bug. Jeez. Trying to get all the red done on this guy. Trying to get all the red done on this guy before I call it a night. At least most of the red. Raphael, you mentioned the Echo Knight earlier. How are you liking the Echo Knight in your game? Oh, Ron is on. Hey, Ron, what's going on? Ron, in case you're confused by the thumbnail, Tommy was supposed to join me tonight, but I think he ended up having to do something with his son, so he is clearly not here. But I'll fix the thumbnail later, it'll be alright. Ron just waking up. Came joke from work, I assume you mean home, with migraine and knocked out. I'm glad that you were able to go home from work. Hopefully you're feeling alright. And you quit having those migraines. Raphael says she is just a guest player, which has been with the party previously and rejoined them to help in the main quest. Well, that's cool. Do you feel like the Echo Knight mechanics work well with the other class mechanics? So none of us have played one, but I believe Mackenzie is gearing up to take that subclass at some point. Ron, you gotta love that autocorrect. No kidding, we don't play with that. Certainly, that is good. I didn't doubt that it would, but it's just one of those things. Whenever they come out with new subclasses, and you haven't messed around with them, you wonder. Ron, I'm doing pretty good today. Work was fairly relaxed, and that was good. Got home, planted some flowers for my wife, and then I started painting. So pretty good day. Other than your migraine, how was the start of your day, Ron? Echo Knight is ranged focused with very high bonus to longbow shots, and placing strategically, the Echo Knight allows her to swap places without provoking opportunity attacks and back off from the enemies. That does sound like a really cool take on that. I know that in all the ways that I've thought about it, it's been up close melee, but I really like that idea. Might just have to use that. Ron's work kind of sucked. Some of his team are Gen Z, so that's where the migraine started. But all in all, not bad. Just laying here reading now, doing some writing later. That's good. Last stream, I think you said that you were getting into the Candlekeep book, so hopefully you're still enjoying that. How do I deal with romance in my campaign? Very random question, but I have been a victim of it in your campaign, and it is interesting to say the least. I've only really ever had one bit of romance kind of things in one of my games. Basically, the character was attracted to this lady who made tea in the game, and he basically like wrote letters to her in game, and it's been a long time, so I don't quite remember. Basically, like we went to the party, went to her town, and they chatted it up, and then he went off on a quest, and I don't even remember what happened in the rest of that game, so I don't think we actually finished it. Now that I'm thinking on it. Ron hasn't had the chance to get in depth with the Candlekeep book, but he's definitely looking forward to it and likes what he has skimmed so far. That's good. I think Mackenzie ordered it, so I don't know if he has his copy yet. Because I forgot to ask him Sunday. So hopefully someone in the group will get a copy of it that I can take a look at. Yeah, I use that. My favorite part, the dry brushing. So Raphael, I guess I don't know how I handle romance in my game because I've not really had a lot of it, and what little I did have was fairly simple and not too expansive. Have in my party 3 couples. It's so cool. Well, 2 are starting to bloom, but it's cool to see them grow. That's really cool. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's not really something that we really like dove into as players. But I'm definitely not opposed to it. Okay, now some white. Hello, kitty. Back for more? Do I have any Unearthed Arcana subclasses that I would like to see released, but they were put on the side? I do. It was a fighter subclass called the Brute. Basically, their whole thing was they got to add like an extra like D4 to their attacks and stuff. I didn't feel like they were broken, and I'm pretty sure that's probably why they were never published. But I really like them. I do not remember the Elemental Sorcerer, but I'm sure that I've read it. Ron says he needs to buy some more minis. Ron, yes, you do. You definitely need some. If you want some random ones, I recommend Etsy. That's where I got this guy. Light over. Oh, of course, it's going to freeze on me. Yeah. Cool little pangolin dude. I think I'm going to call him done. I like him. Just a fun random mini. Kitty, quit. Etsy is where you got most of the ones we've seen on your Instagram. That's cool. Yeah, a few of them I was like, I wonder where this sculpt is from. I never asked, but I'm glad I know now. Okay, yeah, I do remember the water, earth, and fire sorcerers. Don't remember exactly what they did, but I do remember those. Well, I believe I am at the end of the stream here. Got Drow Lady painted. It's not going to focus on her. Drow Lady painted and Pangolin Boy done up. pretty happy with both of them. Raphael, Ron, thank you guys for chatting with me tonight. Ron, sorry that you came in pretty close to the end, but better late than never. There'll be a video out this Friday. It's about a monster, so be on the lookout for that. And this Sunday, the 28th, the next epic level fight night will be happening, and we're fighting the Drow Priestess. So that should be a whole lot of fun. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for checking it out. And until next time, go roll some dice.